Okay then. Oh, this is a bit scuffed. Bell. Where's the bell? See. Well, if this isn't cursed, I don't know what is. Would put it there. Well. I'll just see how it goes. There's no one really here, so I guess we can just start it up anyways. Maybe. Let me see. Where do I get that link? There we go. And I know what. Shh. Let me see. So then. God. Vet du. Well, and I guess we can just finally start things, because why the hell not? A pumpkin shelter, Edwards Bay. Hey. Okay, don't need that. I've done this like 100 times already, so let's just... So, I guess before we get going, we might as well go over the rules of this little Astroneer playthrough. This time, we're not going to be using the terrain tool at all until we have completed all of the missions. Let's see, where the hell? There it is. That's where my cursor went. So we can complete some of the first missions. Might as well get the oxygenator in place, because I love oxygen. And there we go. With that, we have done the first. Okay, we're just going to ignore. Why is Glitchwalker missions already here? Ah, yes. Let's see, is there any goodies around? Well, since we can't use the terrain tool, then we can't really mine anything either, so this is going to be a little bit annoying until we find a couple of items. Well, we're not really playing the game to survive, we're just playing the game for a challenge, so we might as well forget that we need oxygen to breathe and run around until we might find something useful. Come on, game. Without Usagi, we can't really see much on the compass either. And my luck might be rotten, so that's also pretty nice. That's lovely. We've been playing for 3 minutes and we already died once. That's the spirit of the challenge. I might need to reset if I can't find anything nearby. One hand, it would be easier back in the day since you could bring the oxygenator, but on one hand it's easier now because if you get lucky you can find a gravity globe. Oh, I might have something over here, so that's useful. Let's pray for dynamite. Come on. Okay. Great. Come on, let... Oh, doesn't look like there's anything in reach on this end, so... Let's see. There is some research there. That could be nice. Well, let's run the other way and see what we can find here. Honestly, it would be a bit of a shame if we needed to reset it already. How would that be for a challenge? Resetting until you find a usable seed. Makes me wonder why it worked so quick last time I did this. Once again, can't see anything useful. Might actually need to just start a new one, man. We'll see what we can find in the forest. Don't really want to go in here, but the game doesn't want us to choose where we go, so we just go somewhere. It is tempting us though, with all of the resources nearby. And still can't see anything. Okay, that's lovely. Let's run this way. That's a mountain. That's not gonna be of much help. Does not look like there's anything useful nearby, so that's unfortunate. We'll have to start again. Another one. Let's see if we get lucky today. This is a lot more RNG. Okay, that's nice. That's good. If only I had this the first time around, then I wouldn't be looking like a fool now. Oh, let's get the planetfall mission done and dusted. And let's speed our way over until we start getting problems. Okay. I'm still not used to these missions. Okay. Well, that is going to wait for another episode. But resourcing, well, you'll just have to see for yourself that we have been blessed with this seed, and we can now get going because of this little thing. That's a gravity globe, and with this we can go around looking for the things we really need, like dynamite. Ah, that's a hidden mission apparently. Why did I struggle so much with that last time I tried to do it? I don't know. Well, this is life now. Throttling around looking for dynamite in a backpack. We'll need that at one point or another, so I think I'll just bring it. Don't know when we'll get there, but you're not escaping. Okay. Oh, nothing useful over there. So we carry on. Dynamite should still spawn in those wrecks, as far as I'm aware. Well, what's the worst that could happen? The first stream isn't going to be of much interest anyway, so it'll be more like an intro for the madness to become. Let's see, is there any... There is spikes at least, so and tethers. Can't grab. There wasn't even bites. Why do you look like research? I don't want small horns. I don't have a use for the snail shells either yet, so best to just leave them. Let's try not to fall into the pit of doom. They are annoying to get out of. Well, we'll head on this way then. And unfortunately we don't have sulfur here, so well, again, we need a couple more planets before we can get to that point. We're just going to be searching along the edges of the trees for now and look for the resources that we need. And by resources I mean dynamite. And maybe a little bit of bites wouldn't hurt. I won't be doing any land filling missions anytime soon, so... It also means that for this run, we can't use the soil centrifuge that is the favorite play of a lot of Astroneer people. I had stopped using the soil centrifuge a long time ago, but then again, I guess I haven't really done much to show that on the channel, so this is an excellent challenge for it. If we have the luck needed to continue it, I can't complain too much since we already have one failed run, so... Hopefully we can find something. I don't have anyone to chat with, so... this is just me talking to myself about shit. Lovely. And now I'm hitting rocks. The gravity globe is both a curse and a blessing. I'm not sure if we can get to the mission that gives us the tractor or not, but I guess we'll find out. Definitely going to need it. Not much to do in the gateways right now. I have to get back to that. Guess I should explain what the gateways are in the event of someone not knowing what Astroneer is popping up, but oh well. It is what it is. Is there any goodies over here? There's a light. And that thing. That's for the big rover seat. Might as well collect it while we're on the run. This is going to take a while, isn't it? No goodies. A packager could be nice. Okay, maybe something in there, if I can get them. Better question, will we be able to get out? Ah, that's a jackpot right there. That's going to be nearly enough for our needs, but it's a start. Maybe I should have made a list of the minimal resources I need for this, but oh well. As with this, maybe I should aim for finding tungsten iron as well. That would be of great help. I'll just keep rolling until we find something useful again. And if we find some more dynamite, then we can get started on the expanding. Okay, what is going on? Do I really need to be that close to it to jump in? I mean, maybe bring a battery. No, I skipped one earlier, but we might as well indulge in battery yoinking. And a little jump. Extenders. Gotta lower those. Basically useless until you start making factories, I guess, but we are far away from factories still. Toggleable flashlight, when did that get added? I guess it doesn't work. Going to get a couple of hours in the gravity globe for this. I would like at least a couple more sticks of dynamite before I'm happy. I guess we'll just go hunting again later. Let's get some stuff going. That's the mission log, we have that one. That's from the thing we collected. Okay, let's see how much compound and resin can we get from one dynamite. Let's see if we can find something a little bit bigger on the compound. There was one decent one on the other side. I guess this will do. That we should have enough compound. Not sure if it counts for the mission, no? By the looks of it, it did not. Okay, that's that's where we need to start doing our things the old-fashioned way. Might as well indulge yourself. And we have used all of our dynamite, so now we're gonna need to go looking for more. There is that solar panel that we might as well grab. Might as well just... Do I have an... I don't have enough for... I don't have enough for that for B anyways. Oh, off we go on a trip then. I would like to end the episode on a tractor at least, but that will take a little bit. My luck being as shit as it is, then there is a good chance we're not even going to make it out of the gravity globe before we're done here. At this point, this is just gonna be a walkthrough on how not to play Astroneer. And then get to the late game stuff. Is this going to be how do you do this? How do you do that? How to make your shit work? How to not make shit work? How to break it? How to fix what you break? But first, we need to get a couple of goals in place, and one of the first goals we have is probably the auto extractor. That would be like the list on the list of main goals. Is that the same one or is it a different one? Am I going in a giant ring? Probably. That's the same one. Okay. Roll on. And don't fall in the giant cracks. I say as I jump right over one that's luckily just small enough to not eat me. Would love some more dynamite right about now, game. That would be lovely. Just saying. Advanced strategy, jumping out of your gravity globe. I knew the first part of this challenge would be boring, but I didn't expect it to be quite this bad. I guess it helped last time I did it when there was a goddamn event going around. Got a lot of stuff that I shouldn't be able to get for free. Maybe even enough stuff to make my escape. Again, maybe we'll do a hardcore run when it gets that far. But if we're going to do a hardcore run, we're going to do a proper one. And put all of the difficulty sliders to the max, if there is some. Is there anything here? There is the floodlight, but I don't really need it. That's a working solar panel. That could be nice. In like a year when we actually have things that need power. At this rate, it's not looking like we'll get there. Might need to start rummaging through the forest, and I don't want to rummage through the forest. My own problems with the forest. It's not that it's anything that really wants to hurt you, it's just annoying to navigate. Okay, give me one. Oh, that was a neat little distraction. I gotta love it when that happens. Let's see, yeah. Microphone should be working. Not sure how good it's working, but it should be working. Well, onwards we go on our quest for explosives. That's a hole. That's another hole. Game wants me to head into the caves. I'm definitely not ready for the caves, since I can't really afford to make a mess of tethers down there either. Playing Astroneer on a budget, that's what we're doing. That's one dynamite. We just need to find another couple dynamites and we'll be ready to make a little bit of progress. Oxygen filters. No real use for those anymore. And we get to hunting for a laterite. We might as well just indulge in blowing up an exo crate as well. I guess, can I pick them up? I don't know. I have to admit, I didn't think my luck would be this abysmal. Good to know for next time. Okay, there's one. Couple of bites and a dynamite. Oh, there's the dynamite. Let's see what this has to offer. That's a lot of backpacks. Question, should we go for speed or should we go for extra challenge? The speed would just be getting the stuff necessary for heading over to other planets and get ourselves set up. Probably Novus, but extra challenge, that would be doing everything we can do here before we go other places. And there is a lot of things we should be able to do here before moving. We're in the early stages, so it's going to be annoying to get stuff. We've already been here. Or maybe not. No, that backpack's just hidden. Well, let's head back, sort out our priorities, and see what we can do. There's your backpack. Don't see anything noteworthy, so we'll head back from our little trip. Do have enough. Let's get some more resin. Let's try there. I do have oxygen filters on. Makes life a little bit nicer. Next up will be a furnace. We could make a research chamber, but I don't feel like using our precious resources on that just yet. Like normal playing, sure, but it doesn't really help much right now. We could make one of those. Just barely not. Where is that bush? I could get a tapper for power. Still a little bit expensive. Let's see how much this is for the tractor. Normally you'd get it from missions, but right now we can't really afford that. Tungsten carbide is going to be a bit of a problem. If we're lucky we'll find tungsten along the road. We can use this for carbon. And the question is, what do we need? We need 2 tungsten. And some pretty good luck. I guess we can do that. Well, let's get on our ball and get going. What way do we... I don't know where I've been and where I haven't been, so... This is going to be a trip and a half. I've seen that people do jump in from time to time, but I don't think they're enjoying it. Gotta be honest, I don't expect them to either. It's just me babbling about. Well, again, the only reason I'm babbling about is that nobody's commented. Can't really talk about much when nobody's interested in talking either. That was mean, I suppose, but... oh well. Dang. No, we don't have a use for copper anytime soon. I guess the drill would be a little bit cheating depending on how you look at it, but I'll allow it. The only thing I don't allow is the use of the terrain tool. So it will make building factories pretty rough. Unless the drill can make the work. Hopefully the drill will do the job. If not, we We'll have some pretty big problems. That's that one again. I guess we can cross. Is that copper up there, or? Nah, looks like it's just copper. Don't need copper right now, so we'll just might end up regretting not picking up any later, but that's a problem for later. So, let's keep on rolling. On one end, I had pretty good luck this run with it just been able to make it off the ground. On the other end, I might need to make things a little bit easier for myself and just make her the rocket and head off. Again, that could easily have its own unforeseen problems. See, have I been here before? Yeah, looks like it. Could salvage a panel or something, but I don't need more panels than there is. I don't want to waste my one and only packager on it. Huh. I'm not a hamster. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I've been a little bit too used to just being alone. As far as I'm aware, I'm not a hamster. And this is Astroneer. I think it should stand in the title, but I guess maybe not. It's been a while since last time I tried to stream, so shit is cursed. They're just rolling around, you know, trying to... We're trying to find these pieces of dynamite around, since we can find them in wrecks and whatnot. The goal is to complete the game while playing the game the wrong way. It is a sandbox game, but the developers have been pretty adamant about how to do the early game. It's basically do it this one way or every mission is going to become a pain in your ass when you do it. So what we're doing is making it a pain in the ass when we have to do it. And he's gone. Maybe I should. Oh boy. Don't want to head on home yet, so let's go this way. Let's do a forest, okay. I wonder where that guy is. What? Come on, game, I know you want to give me more explosives. That's the one thing I said I didn't want to happen, and it just happened. Well, that's what you get from trying to jump over caverns. Do we try to climb up? Okay, we are saved. And this might hold some good news. Let's see, we can get some ammonium from this, so we might as well. Oh. Oh god. Out of everything, it had to be copper. That would have been too nice if the game gave me something actually useful. Love it when that happens. Well, the show must roll on. Maybe those big wrecks only spawn in the forest. That would be a little bit unfortunate, since we don't have Usagi telling us where the points of interest are. See a satellite. This is going to take a bit of time. We'll turn over there. How's the goal now should be to end the episode with a tractor or something. Land it on the drill, maybe? Is that at that point we're basically just going to play normal? Hopefully I'm able to get the footage from it and edit it down into something a little bit more enjoyable than watching a madman roll around in a little ball. I have a bit of a question here. Do we blow it up? Or do we not blow it up? I guess we'll have to save the dynamite. That's unfortunate. It's probably the one that has what I'm looking for as well. Yeah, I guess it's more worth looking for another wreck than losing the one dynamite I still have. This is taking a while, and it's going to take a while longer. Isn't that lovely? Well, it's time to head back home and drop some things off. Might as well just see what we can do. It is unfortunate, but sacrifices will be made. At this point we could just walk around with a platform, but it's a little bit nicer to just roll around instead of lifting and placing a platform all the time. do have a piece of ceramic now. Doesn't really help much yet, but hopefully we'll get there. Once we're back to base, I'll start looking for stuff to do. Look at this. This looks promising for a cave entry. Could go caving a little bit. We don't need print filters. Don't have anywhere to really store things, so I'll just hope they don't fall through the ground. Tell me I've soft locked myself in a cave. Okay, that works. It's a bit unfortunate to waste dynamite like that, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, come on. Okay, Jim, what do you mean? I go all this way around, only to find out it's not even there. Oh, that's unfortunate that we can't get a free platform. I do have a piece of lead right now, so... That seems like it's worth it. Let's run back and hopefully remember the way. Doki just wasted a dynamite, but... They did get a decent amount of goodies from it, so... Where's their compound here? That's just dead end. Okay. This little prospecting run is going about as well as one could hope for. It's a nope. Since we don't have a way to kill it. Okay. I think that's enough prospecting. I can just follow this mess of a tether line back. Now we know where laterite is for when we actually need it. Hopefully going to be sooner than I fear, but in our dynamite luck, or with my dynamite luck, it could take ages. Better not fall down there. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, we have exochips now. Not going to be useful for a long time, but we have them. The first use they're going to get is a trade platform. That will basically be the mark of, I guess this time around, our mark of exit in early game. That will be getting ourselves a drill. Hold on, let's cross the forest and see what we can find there. After this run, I'm going to catch some food. Oh, someone's back watching. I'll have a break screen. Should maybe make one for next time. I'll just run around balling all the good stuff. There's no one looking. I guess it's the most boring Astroneer stream you will ever see, because it's not the first time anyone's done the challenge, and I'm not much of an entertaining guy. I just hit trees. Nobody's surprised by that big ass thing anymore either. Oh, like, cool. That's neat. Cool. That's neat. No, it's just... Hey. It's a gateway. Oh, it's not like anyone's who joins in be missing out on much. They're gonna be rolling an hour from now as well. Such a shame we had to waste a good dynamite. We can almost afford the stuff we need on the research side, but not going to need graphite either for a pretty long time. That's unfortunate. I don't have a way to mine it either, so I guess we'll just have to roll on until we find something. Gotta love it when a game just starts making you hover menacingly. How would you look at another big boy? That's something. Accidentally finding aluminium. I can afford a tractor now. That by itself is quite the improvement from before. Might not even need to visit the caves again. Another piece of clay is always welcome, especially since we're going to need it. Plastic and rubber. We couldn't pull that off. Well, we'll see what we do. Yes, that's the best way. Could do both. Both is good. As one single run is going to be the saving grace of the tractor. But still not going to save the buggy. Oh, no, nothing is going to save a buggy. There is no force on this planet that could change my opinion on that thing. The only thing it's good at is living up to the name. Why do you feel like putting a massive crack in my path? I don't like those. Love it. I guess I'll go for one more hour and then I'll call it a day. Would have been nice to end it on a tractor or something, but if the game won't allow it, then it won't allow it. Normally, I think I would be far up and away on my path to my favorite moon at this point, if I ever had to start from scratch on a world, but it's weird how long things, how much time you need just by a little change. I guess a game about digging in the dirt. It would be strange. It would be weird to not use the one mechanic that they really wish for you to use. That's so engraved that if you try to do certain things, it just doesn't really work. You can't even use dynamite for the gathering missions. Well, it's a fully working option to get resources. It just... nah. You're not crazy enough to actually do that, are you? That's the neat part. I am pretty crazy. It's what I am good at. That's why I'm doing this. If only my odds of finding dynamite were higher. I've found like 4 this entire run. At least going to need 2 more. And those 2 are apparently too much of an ask. I won't be having trouble when I get to the snail part, if we get to the snail part. And if things don't work the way I think they do, we might need to change the rules to just reach the ending before we get to using the terrain tool. That would make for one hell of a good run though, in the hardcore. Oh yeah, your playstyle is going to be pretty safe when doing this, because if you lose your gravity globe, well, you're fucked. There's nothing more to do. Just start over again. You don't really need to, because we know there's stuff fairly close, but if there wasn't, well, we would need to start over. And if we can't find more dynamite, then we'll also need to start over. I'll go a little bit more. See if we can find anything, and if we find 2 pieces of tungsten, we're going for a real challenge, and if we can't, we're going to novice. Might be worth visiting Calidor first. Is that the one we found earlier? Probably. Maybe not. Definitely not. Look at this one we have been to. Haven't been to that thing. That's the one we found earlier, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's the one where we got our aluminum from. Yeah, this is where we got aluminum from. Okay, we have gone in a big ass ring. Love it. Gone in a big ass ring, and only now do I find out there was dynamite nearby. I love myself some days. If we can find glass, to have enough aluminum for the tractor. I could use the dynamite to get glass. Unless we're lucky enough to be able to find any. I guess the moment we find tungsten, we're basically chilling. If we even can find it. I don't know if it's in the loot table. I feel like it should be in the loot table, but I honestly don't even know. Pretty sure I saw it on the first run, but then again, can't do much if we can't get anywhere. I don't want to go caving. Especially not without the ability to get back up. Definitely going towards the point where I'm annoyed at myself for choosing to do this, but then at the same time it's the only way for me to even have a challenge. I guess hardcore would be a challenge, but okay, I guess we're not climbing mountains. That was stupid. Okay, we're back there. I've crossed this mountain before. Don't tell me I wandered all of the plant surface already. Yes, that would be... okay. Oh. I think we'll continue the dynamite search next Saturday. So, I guess if you wish to take part in it and join the stream, And if you don't, well, just wait for the next video, I guess. Let's see, how do I end this?